Many people believe that blood type is just medical information, something hospitals use for surgeries, emergencies, or transfusions. But what almost no one talks about is that behind this seemingly simple detail lie spiritual codes. Codes that reveal hidden truths about who you really are, your energy, your mission, your frequency, and most importantly, why you feel so different from the rest of the world. Before anything else, I want to say thank you deeply to you who have been following this channel, who share in this spiritual awakening, and who feel this silent call echoing inside your soul. You are more than subscribers. You are part of a community of the chosen, and in today's video, we're going to uncover how your blood type could be one of the clearest clues to your spiritual origin and your true purpose here on Earth. This knowledge doesn't come from ordinary books. It comes from years of observing energetic patterns, ancestral wisdom, ancient spiritual traditions, and personal experiences shared by thousands of people around the world. People who, just like you, carry in their blood both the weight and the gift of being different. So take a deep breath and come with me on this journey, because discovering the hidden message in your blood might forever change the way you see yourself. And before we dive deeper, take a second to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and comment below with your blood type. It'll be incredible to see how many of us are waking up together. That feeling of being different, it's not random, and you are not alone. Many of us grew up with the sense that we didn't quite fit in, even within our own families or friend groups, like we were always adjusting, always observing, but never truly belonging, trying to explain what we feel, but constantly misunderstood, as if we're speaking a language no one else seems to understand. But what if I told you that this feeling is actually a calling, a signal, a reminder of who you really are? What if you are part of a special group, a quiet group scattered around the world, people who carry within them a different frequency, a kind of consciousness that doesn't belong to this ordinary time? Some call them star seeds. Others say old souls, light workers or warriors of the light. Some simply say the chosen ones. And this is where something comes in that very few people connect: your blood. Yes, your blood type might be one of the keys confirming that calling, because it's not just biological. Your blood is not just a genetic fact. It's an energetic signature, a spiritual imprint. It holds the marks of your origin and can reveal why you feel things so intensely, why the pain of the world affects you so deeply, why you're drawn to spiritual topics, to truth, to justice, and to everything that touches the soul. Many of the chosen ones carry a weight in their chest, a sense of mission, even without knowing exactly what it is. Here's the truth: you are not lost. You're awakening. The world we live in, chaotic, noisy, and fast-paced, does everything it can to distract you from that calling. But your blood carries memories that even time cannot erase. And that's exactly what we're going to keep exploring from here on. Now pause for a moment and think about your blood. That silent fluid that has been flowing through you since the very first second of your life. That pulses through your chest, that feeds every cell of your body, that keeps you alive even while you sleep, even when you're distracted by the demands of the outside world. Most people look at blood and see only a biological function, something science explains with terms like red blood cells, hemoglobin, or antigens. But what if blood is much more than that? What if your blood is a spiritual code, a unique and non-transferable key, a kind of password or signature that holds information about who you are beyond the physical body? In the oldest spiritual traditions, from civilizations far older than ours, blood was seen as sacred, a bridge between body and soul, between heaven and earth. Shamans, priests, and ancient sages knew that blood held ancestral memory, that it recorded not only your genetics, but also your energetic lineage. Where did you come from before this life? What kind of soul inhabits your body? And most importantly, why are you here? This is why some blood types seem to carry a different vibration, as if certain people were born with a stronger connection to the unseen, to the spiritual, to what is pure and true. Have you ever noticed that some individuals, even as children, show an unexplainable sensitivity, a sharp intuition, a deep sense of justice, compassion, or wisdom that goes far beyond their age or logic? That is not random. That is spiritual frequency, and it vibrates through the blood. Each blood type has its own unique vibration, a magnetic field that may be aligned with specific spiritual missions. Some people came here to heal, others came to transform. Some serve as bridges between worlds, others as guides, protectors, or catalysts for awakening. Protectors of truth, that's what many of you are. And all of this might be encoded in your blood type. Now here's the most powerful part. The more you know yourself, the more you understand the vibration of your blood, the more you begin to attract what truly aligns with your journey. The right people, experiences, and answers. It's as if the universe starts to conspire in your favor because you're finally in alignment with your essence. Now that you understand your blood carries not just biology, but spiritual memory, it's time to take a closer look at what your blood type might reveal about you. Imagine each blood type as a kind of seal, an energetic code that shapes how your soul vibrates, how it perceives the world, and how it interacts with the unseen forces around us. And this isn't about putting people into boxes. It's about recognizing deep patterns, the kind that explain why some live with overwhelming intensity, while others seem born to serve as guides, healers, or silent warriors. In the next parts of this series, I'll talk individually about the 4 main blood types, A, B, AB, and O. Each of them carries a unique set of spiritual qualities, natural gifts, and even emotional challenges that shape the soul's journey. But before we go into each one, there's something essential you need to understand. No blood type is better or worse. No type is superior. All types are necessary because each one plays a different role in the spiritual design of humanity. Think of it like a living organism. Humanity as one body, and each blood group is like a different organ, each with a unique mission, all working together for the greater good. Some came to protect, others to inspire. Some to balance energies, others to transform everything around them. And there's something magical that happens when you begin to accept and honor your own blood type. It's like you stop fighting who you are and finally begin to flow with your purpose. You stop feeling lost and you start to remember. Remember forgotten gifts. Remember a silent mission. Remember why you chose to be born with this exact blood type, in this body, in this time, with this soul. If you have type A blood, you may often feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, and that's not an exaggeration, because people with type A blood are like spiritual antennas. They absorb everything. They feel deeply. They sense the energy around them with a depth that few can truly understand. From an early age, if you have blood type A, you were probably the kind of person who could sense when someone was sad, even when they said nothing at all. You felt the shift in someone's voice, the mood in a room, the energy of people around you. Maybe you were called too intense, overly emotional, or even fragile. But what most didn't know is that behind that sensitivity lies a quiet strength, a rare kind of courage. The courage to feel what others avoid, especially on a spiritual level. Type A carries the energy of the emotional guardian, souls who came to hold peace, heal invisible wounds, and maintain harmony even in the middle of chaos. It's no surprise that many with type A blood are drawn to paths like therapy, art, healing, and deep listening. They are here to bring balance, to be a safe place when everything else is falling apart, and that is one of the most noble tasks a soul can accept. Here's a secret. This sensitivity is not a weakness, it's a spiritual weapon, because those who feel deeply also awaken deeply. Type A individuals often have vivid dreams, strong intuition, and emotions that act as inner compasses, even when the world tries to label them as too much. But there's a challenge. Souls with Type A blood often forget themselves. They care for others constantly, trying to keep the peace, even if it costs them their own well-being. That's where burnout happens. That's where the soul gets tired, when it forgets that it also needs rest, care, and silence. So if you have blood Type A, know this. You're not weak, you're deep. You're not here to carry everything in silence. You're here to transform, to turn pain into healing, to turn chaos into beauty, to turn silence into wisdom. Start honoring your energy. Protect yourself energetically. Give yourself permission to rest, meditate, breathe. Step away from environments that don't respect your sensitivity, because that sensitivity is actually your greatest power. And remember, you are not alone. There are thousands like you scattered across the planet, awakening together, holding the vibration of compassion, empathy, and peace. They are the invisible guardians of a new world, and blood Type A is the seal of that mission. Now, if you have blood Type B, there's a good chance you felt like a spiritual outsider from a very young age. Not just different, but almost misunderstood by everyone around you. It's as if you've always been a few steps ahead, seeing what others still couldn't see. People with Type B blood tend to be natural visionaries. They're driven by curiosity, by a desire to break patterns and question everything that's presented as absolute truth. People with blood Type B are natural rebels, not rebelling for the sake of it, but driven by a spiritual urge to break old patterns and create new paths. They are independent, creative, and visionary, often misunderstood for following their own unique journey. Type B individuals are intuitive and channel inspiration from higher realms, balancing the need for freedom with a sense of purpose to avoid burnout. If you have blood Type AB, you carry a rare spiritual energy, a fusion of two worlds. You embody the deep sensitivity of Type A and the intuitive independence of Type B, living in a powerful balance that makes you uniquely gifted. If you have Type AB blood, you are a spiritual alchemist, meant to integrate opposites and serve as a bridge between worlds, the visible and invisible, the rational and intuitive. You have a unique mission to unify, heal divisions, and bring balance. Your energy attracts challenging situations because you hold the power to harmonize. Many Type AB individuals possess psychic gifts, empathy, and healing abilities, but must maintain balance to avoid exhaustion. If you have Type O blood, you carry the energy of the warrior protector, the guardian of truth, and the foundation that sustains. This ancient blood type is deeply connected to a greater purpose, often knowing their mission silently and without needing recognition. Type O souls work to maintain the planet's balance, even without applause. From an early age, people with Type O blood often take on responsibilities they didn't choose. They are silent protectors with a strong sense of justice, acting behind the scenes to support others. Spiritually, they carry ancestral strength and memories of ancient battles, serving as guardians of old lineages and spiritual codes. This burden is also a gift, spiritual resilience and courage that transforms environments simply by their presence. Type O individuals tend to put others first and forget their limits, but their mission begins within themselves. They are called to uphold ancient truths and be examples, even when unseen. The world needs their awakened, whole, and conscious energy now more than ever. Additionally, the Rh negative factor in their blood, present in about 15% of people, carries a unique energetic frequency. Those with Rh negative often feel different or disconnected from this world, possibly linked to ancient spiritual lineages. RD negative blood is believed by some to be connected to extraterrestrial or interdimensional origins, carrying ancient memories beyond conventional understanding. People with this blood type are often sensitive, intuitive, and experience deep spiritual callings, sometimes feeling isolated because the world doesn't fully understand them. They serve as bridges between the old and new, human and divine, helping humanity awaken to higher consciousness.